There are moments in life when something breaks: trust, safety, expectations, maybe even your sense of identity. It could happen with someone you trusted, in a work environment that drained you, or in a situation that shook your confidence. And when it breaks, your heart and mind try so hard to fix it, to rebuild what was lost. But here's the truth I want you to hold onto today. Rebuild yourself, not the bond that broke you, because your worth, your peace, and your future deserve more than repairing what hurt you. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, maybe if I just try harder, maybe if I change myself, maybe if I accept the pain, things will work again? Today, let's talk about why your healing matters more than chasing what broke you. Many people immediately turn the pain inward when something breaks emotionally. You start questioning yourself, doubting your worth, replaying moments in your mind, and silently blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. It feels like if you had done more, stayed quieter, worked harder, tolerated more, or ignored the warning signs, maybe things wouldn't have fallen apart. But pain doesn't automatically mean you failed. Sometimes situations collapse because they were already fragile. Sometimes people step away because of their own confusion, ego, or emotional immaturity. And sometimes life removes you from what wasn't meant to drain you forever. Rebuilding yourself starts when you stop attacking your identity and start acknowledging the truth. You can feel hurt and still be worthy, shaken and still valuable, disappointed and still deserving of peace. Healing begins when you separate who you are from what happened to you. Trying to rebuild something that already broke your peace often comes from hope, loyalty, or emotional attachment, but that doesn't mean it's healthy. Many people keep returning to the same painful bond because it's familiar, not because it's good for them. You keep trying to fix it, explain yourself, prove yourself, or hold everything together, even when you're slowly losing yourself in the process. But if something shattered your trust, disrespected your dignity, or repeatedly left you emotionally exhausted, rebuilding it is not your responsibility. Sometimes the strongest, most self-respecting choice is to step back and honestly ask, is this bond nurturing me or draining me? Healthy connections don't constantly require you to break yourself to keep them alive. Choosing to stop rebuilding what harms you is not weakness. It is wisdom, clarity, and protection of your inner peace. Living in constant repair mode slowly wears down the heart. When you're always trying to fix situations, fix people, fix misunderstandings, or fix emotional damage, you begin to feel permanently tense inside. Your mind stays alert, your emotions stay guarded, and your body feels drained because you're always bracing for the next hurt. That isn't strength, that's survival mode. Your heart deserves stability, calm, and emotional safety. It deserves connection that feels steady, not something that constantly needs repairing to function. Healing begins when you create boundaries, when you allow yourself to step away from environments that constantly destabilize you. This isn't about shutting people out, it's about protecting your dignity and giving your heart space to breathe, recover, and feel safe again. Rejection, betrayal, or emotional neglect can shake anyone deeply. It makes you question your worth, your value, and sometimes even your identity. You may find yourself asking, was I not enough? Did I do something wrong? But rejection doesn't automatically mean you lacked worth. Often, it reflects the other person's limitations, confusion, emotional immaturity, or inability to appreciate what they had. Your value does not decrease because someone failed to honor it. Instead of shrinking yourself or begging for acceptance, speak gently to your heart. Replace harsh self-talk with compassion. Treat yourself with patience and respect. When you stop fighting for validation, you begin rebuilding self-belief, and slowly confidence returns along with inner calm. Rebuilding yourself means slowly strengthening your identity again, not through loud declarations, but through quiet, consistent acts of care for your mind, heart, and life. It's about reminding yourself of who you are when pain tries to define you. Healing doesn't rush. It unfolds with patience and steady effort. Simple habits help. Journaling your truth, speaking kindly to yourself, surrounding your mind with healthier thoughts, and giving your heart space to feel without drowning in emotions. It's choosing structure over chaos, reflection over reaction, and growth over guilt. You begin to rebuild when you stop waiting for someone else to fix what you're feeling and start nurturing yourself with dignity. Over time, discipline replaces emotional turbulence, and inner peace slowly becomes your new foundation, allowing strength to return naturally. Sometimes the bond that broke you isn't a person at all. It's a situation you stayed in for too long. It might be a stressful workplace, an exhausting environment, or a constant pressure to prove your worth until you burned out emotionally. When stress becomes your normal, you stop noticing how heavy it truly is. But your health, your mind, and your emotional stability deserve protection. Resetting doesn't mean giving up. It means respecting your limits and recognizing that you're human, not a machine. Creating healthier boundaries, balancing effort with rest, and giving your nervous system time to breathe are acts of strength, not weakness. When you honor your limits with humility, your energy returns, your clarity improves, and slowly, you feel alive inside again. Many people stay in painful situations because they don't want to feel like everything they invested was wasted. You tell yourself you've already given so much time, effort, patience, and emotion, so walking away feels like losing. But forcing yourself to stay just to prove the pain had meaning only hurts you more. You don't have to keep suffering to justify your past. Growth still happened. Lessons were still learned. Strength was still built. What you experienced shaped you, matured you, and gave you wisdom you didn't have before. You don't need someone else to validate that journey. You don't need a perfect ending to prove your effort mattered. Take the lesson, honor what you tried, and let the damage go. You're allowed to step forward without guilt, bitterness, or the need to prove anything to anyone. Rebuild yourself. Not the bond that broke you means choosing a future that values your peace, dignity, and emotional stability more than familiarity or attachment. Healing is not about chasing closure or forcing things back to how they once were. It means investing in your emotional strength, reshaping your habits, nurturing patience, and learning to trust yourself again. It means growing wiser without becoming hardened, stronger without becoming cold, and more aware without losing your kindness. Your life isn't defined by what collapsed. It's defined by what you choose to build from here. When you rebuild yourself, you gain resilience, clarity, inner peace, and a deeper sense of self-worth that doesn't depend on any bond or situation. Let this settle gently in your heart. Rebuild yourself, not the bond that broke you. Choose emotional healing. Choose stress relief. Choose peace within. Choose a life where self-worth, patience, gratitude, humility, and resilience guide you forward. You are not behind. You are rebuilding. Share your thoughts below. How are you healing today? Your story may help someone else find strength. Stay steady. Stay kind to your heart. And keep rebuilding one peaceful, disciplined step at a time.